All right, guys, I got a good show for you today. We have Dave Iuli. He's currently ranked 231 on 24/7 Sports. Oklahoma, USC, Oregon, and Washington are some of his top schools. Thanks for coming on, man.
Appreciate you. I'm happy to be here, man. Appreciate it.
Yes, I'm excited. So I always ask every once in a while some of these guys, who do you think is the greatest football player of all time?
Greatest football player of all time. I'll give it to the GOAT, man. Tom Brady. Tom Brady. He made it happen. Like, think about it. He switched teams. He did. He went from Patriots, won Super Bowls over there, now switched teams, and now he won Super Bowl just by being a QB at a different team. Like, he's obviously a GOAT. So, guy's a legend.
I mean, he took a franchise that was not known for winning, the Buccaneers, made it a winning culture in a year. I mean, it's amazing.
Yeah. Yeah, because he's just good at reading the defense and everything, so he knows.
Yeah. I don't know if you've seen it. I was gonna ask you. I watched this movie called Burlsworth. It was about Bobby Burlsworth. He's an O lineman, which you are, about Arkansas. Just recently, it got me thinking. What is your favorite sports movie you've ever watched?
Sports movie I ever watch, probably be Blindside. Just because I could kind of relate to that. I feel like growing up, not having money and being stable and in the family, so I could really relate to the movie, and I feel like that's that movie that could really hit my soul and motivate me because that just shows anyone could do it. You know what I mean? So no matter where you're from. So yeah, that's my favorite movie.
I love to hear that. You might find this pretty cool, but that was my favorite movie. Michael Orr, he meant a lot to me. I reached out to him. He's actually going to come on and talk to me in a few weeks.
Hey, that's what's up, man. Congrats.
Yeah, I sent him something. I said, hey, you meant a lot in your movie. In watching that movie about your life was really cool. And, it's kind of funny that you talked about that movie.
Yeah. Hey, congratulations, man. That's awesome. You're talking to a guy like that. You should be honored. You're honored, man.
Yeah, we're starting to, move up and do stuff like that.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so before a game, right? I've heard people have pre-game rituals. Some guys haven't changed socks their whole career. What do you got?
Yeah. What was that?
Can you answer? Game rituals, some weird stuff you do before a game or anything?
Oh man, not really. I think nothing weird. I think I just listen to my culture music. That's it, because my culture, represents a lot of me, and that's where I get my courage and my strength from. Prayer. I always say a prayer. It's always God is number one, man. Without God, I wouldn't be here. It's a blessing. And that's about it, man. Overall, it's just I talk to myself. No, I can't lie to you. That's one thing I talk to myself. I just tell myself, you ready to murder today? It's your time, stuff like that. It's that kind of mindset. So, that's definitely, some of my game rituals for sure.
Yeah, I always get caught in the back of the bus talking to myself for a big game. So I feel you on that.
Yes, sir. It helps. It helps, man. It brings out the dog in you. You know what I mean?
No,
so it definitely does.
Yeah. It's different for every state, obviously. How's COVID impacting your season, or are you even having one?
Right now, yeah, I am having a season. We just have 6 games though. We have 6 games, and that's about the only games that we get. Due to COVID, we don't get a playoff, and so far, we doing our thing, and so COVID impacted a lot of us, especially coming into the season late and not being able to go to school, and that's why so many kids suffer, and they struggle with online just because of that. So COVID really took out life in people, you know what I mean, and made them misery and sometimes lazy. So but overall we doing good in our season. Right now we're 3-0, so and we're hoping not to lose at all. So we got a few tough teams, but overall we're just happy that we got a few games, and we're just blessed to have that. We'll take anything at this point. So
yeah, I feel like most people are the same way. If you get to play, you get to play, and you're happy about that.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, who do you think, besides you obviously just said God, and that's from
Yeah.
they feel that impact, but who Who like is there any like people in your life you feel like had a big impact in your career?
Um,
Who has had that?
Man, there's a lot. There's honestly a lot. But I feel like definitely my mom. I just like I said, seeing growing up and seeing us suffer and struggle a little bit. My parents were the one. Those are the people I look up to. But everyone knows that. But otherwise, the background people is like people like yourself, man. Like you. People that actually take the time to care for me and stuff like that is, not only that, people may not notice it and, we may talk little, but all that love and support, I always remember. I keep in my head,
Yeah.
and not only that, it's just like when I hit the field, I got to take into myself thinking there's so much people that rely on me, you know what I mean? And, I'm not about to let down. I'm going to keep this thing rolling. So, just like I said, it's like, people like you that strive me, man. Doing stuff like this.
I appreciate this. Actually, before I come on the show, I always like do some film. Like I'm big, and my uncle's a scout for the Reds, Cincinnati Reds.
Yeah,
I was scouting, watching some of the tape, and I loved watching your game. And I mean, the blocks. I mean, I was looking
yeah,
at this. I was like, this man's a beast. I got to get him to come on. And plus,
yes, sir.
and the O linemen, they don't give as much credit as they deserve because
Yeah,
they're protecting the run. They're giving the gaps for the running back, protecting
yeah,
the quarterback, and I'm like trying to show some love there.
yeah. Hey, it's all good, man. I think even though our lineman is good and we don't get that much attention, we just look at it as like we in the shadows, and we want to keep it that way. So it's all good. We don't care if we get the attention as long as we get the win, right?
Yeah.
Everyone knows that it starts with us, so it's gonna be good either way.
Yeah. I talked about watching some of that film. What do you think's like your favorite play? It could be like when you're in fourth grade. It could be high school. What's your favorite play you ever made?
Like since I was young
I mean,
and
it
everything.
could be any. I mean, one of my favorite plays was hitting a T-ball home run. I still remember that, man.
T-ball home run. Dang.
That was
Man,
I went the wrong way around the bases. Now there's a video. I hit one, and I went down the third base line.
Hey, I got some good ones, but I feel like outside of football would definitely be this one time. I think in sixth grade, I was running a track. Right,
Yeah.
I was a big dude, man. I was running 100 meter, like
Yeah.
I was running, and after that, I was like big, but at the same time, I didn't know what I was doing. I was just trying to sprint, right?
Yeah.
Man, I was sprinting, and out of nowhere, this was the most embarrassing, but it was the most funniest thing ever. I pulled a cramp when I was about to get second place. Like I see so many skinny kids, but I was just fast like that. I'm the dog. I'm the dog. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then literally pulled a cramp, and all these guys passed me last second, and I was so embarrassed, man. So like, to get to the point, that thing right there helped me become a better person, and not only that, become a better athlete, learning from those mistakes, man.
Yeah. You learn from those mistakes is the biggest thing for any athlete. I mean, if you don't take something out of a loss or something like that, then you're not getting better. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, of course. You got to take things that happen in your daily life. You got to take it and learn from it. Like that.
Yeah. I was talking about. I mentioned some of the schools like Oklahoma, USC, Oregon, Washington. A lot of schools are showing you love. I mean, what's been your favorite like part about this recruiting process for you?
My favorite part about the recruiting process is I feel like I'm doing something right. Feeling like I'm doing something right. But not only that is a love and the support I get from recruiters. Not only that, it's just like even though they might know I might not come to their schools, there's some schools that haven't stopped hitting me up just because they know I won't come there because I have bigger offers and stuff. But they still show love, and that's one of the biggest thing in recruiting process. And I feel like it's just gonna be 10 times better when everything starts opening up and we start visiting schools.
Yeah.
So
You have,
it's a journey, man. It's a ride. It's a fun ride.
You have a luxury, which I didn't. I'm going to be a freshman in college next year. I didn't get to visit my school before I committed. At least you have that with COVID. So that's lucky with your class.
Yeah. I was, and come to that point, I know a lot of guys who are seniors as well this year that didn't get the chance to visit, even last year, and I felt super bad, and it was just I felt bad for your class, man. It was like definitely one of the worst years because you didn't get that full experience of high school.
Yeah,
Your senior.
I actually made a couple guys I had that were like I've seen play over the years, but they were like borderline D1 players. But we had them come on. I made a recruiting film for them. We sent a couple guys actually got signed from some D1 schools from that. So
Yeah,
trying to make a bad situation a good one. That's what we're trying to do.
that's what I'm talking about, man. Yeah, and that's why you the man, Rich. That's why you the man, bro.
Yeah, I appreciate that. Okay, so I was talking about the film I'm watching. What are you really trying to work on before you like go to college, man?
What I'm really trying to work on,
Yeah,
uh, my communication skills. You know what I'm saying? I feel like I need to, but not only that, as a person, I feel like communication skills because I feel like when you open your mouth, the world hears it, and
yeah,
not only that, it's people around you because you gotta draw people's attention. You know what I mean? Not all the time, but I'm just mean, it's good to have good communication skills, and not only that, work on more of my I just think, just keep doing what I'm doing in football, then, there should be no problem in college. But overall, staying committed to homework, man. I feel like sometimes I do fall off, but at the same time, I always bounce back. But I just need to stay consistently. So that's definitely one of my goals because I know college is not going to be easy. One little missing thing, boom, bro. It could be, a whole fail. So
I know. That's what I'm trying to work on right now. It's that online school's got me messed up right now, man. It's like
yeah,
I'm like
yeah.
I'm sitting here. It's like 1 o'clock, and I'm on my phone, and I look, and it's 4. I'm like, holy crap, we're at 3 hours, count.
That's what I'm saying. Hey, having that school online, yeah, no, that's not for me, man. There's too many things around me to distract me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Speaking of distractions, kind of funny. It leads into it. I guess these aren't really distractions, but like, what are your biggest hobbies outside of football?
Uh, Biggest hobbies, definitely playing instrument. Playing instruments, singing. Me and my family we love to sing, man.
Yeah.
It's just a family we are. Playing my guitar, my uke, stuff like that. Just relaxing, man. Other hobbies is working out. I love just to get some pumping because every time I get a pumping, I'm getting better. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying?
I feel that.
So but not only that, probably hang out with my little nephews, my little nieces, if they ever come over. So, but that's about it.
Yeah, my little niece is she's like number 2 in the country for basketball for a girl. I used to be able to beat this. I used to be able to beat her, but now she's like a sophomore in high school and she's like kicking my ass all the time. And it's funny how time flies. I was like, dang, I wish she
hey,
was little. I could be.
hey, sometimes it is true. They say the best for last, man. They say the best for last.
Yeah, I feel. Okay, out in Washington, are you a Seahawks fan?
Oh, I'm a big Seahawks fan. Seahawks all the way, man.
I wanted to ask you about this. Russell Wilson was in the news about maybe leaving. What's your take on that?
He better not leave. Don't do it. Don't do it. Because see, what we need to do, we need to get a new offensive line. Like I don't know what they're doing. Like I literally DM Coach Pete Carroll on Instagram, on Twitter, everything. I said offensive line. Like that's all I said, all capitals. I was like, you want to win games? That's all. Because I feel like Wilson will be an awesome quarterback if he just gets more time. A little bit more time than he does, than he usually doesn't have. So I mean, overall, that if he switches, oh my gosh, I'm gonna be hurt. My soul's gonna
They have
hurt.
so many weapons: Metcalf, Lockett, Carson. I mean, they
Yeah,
give him time, and he's. I mean, the defense is good too. You guys have a good defense. I mean, and
yeah,
you'll have fans probably back in. I mean, it's the loudest place to play in the NFL. I mean, that hurt the Seahawks this year too. Was not.
yeah. Most definitely, man. And I feel like just like what you said, we have dogs like Metcalf and everyone. Think about it. That's what I was thinking. Because if Wilson stays on his A game, of course Metcalf, Lockett, all of them, they're gonna stay because he's a good QB. he's a really good QB, and they know he'll give him the rock. So,
Yeah.
but hopefully Wilson does step up his game. They get it together, and then they stay as Seahawks.
Yeah.
Just
I
stay
mean,
as Seahawks.
I was looking at some of the deals they were trying to get, and I was like, they traded the Bears. Like, they're like, well, we get Trubisky and somebody. I'm like, but you gave up Russell Wilson,
Yeah,
Trubisky, and some picks. I was like, what are you guys thinking? I'm like,
like Russell should be a 99 overall card, like in their book, especially on their team.
I know. It made no sense. All right, I always finish out this question. It's probably the hardest one. But how do you want people to remember yourself when your football career is over?
Um, I'm the most aggressive player on the field.
Mm-hmm.
There you go. I mean, I want people to fear me when I'm on the field. Like when I hit people and stuff, I want people to know, hey, you gotta draw people's attention from hitting.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's what leaves a mark on people. If they see you're a dog out there and they see you do the popping, then that leaves a big impact on people, and they will just mention it all the time in their past life. Just like when I was young, Rough Riders, I always used to hit harder than Rough Riders. My young league, I used to like blindside kids and stuff, and then till now, I'm still doing the same thing, and a whole lot of people still talk about it. So people are gonna remember me for that for sure.
Yeah, for sure. I want to see Michael Orr where you bring the guy through the end zone and say, "Hey, I was taking him home, coach." I need
taking him home, coach.
I need.
Yeah, that was the funniest scene ever. Oh my gosh, when I saw that scene, like that's literally something I want to do, but I can't. It's illegal.
I know. My dream would be get like, say if I got Hugh Freeze on, I would be like, what did Michael actually, and I quote, say that to you? Because I couldn't imagine a player just saying that to a coach.
Yeah.
I
I like coming off the field, coach. I was trying to take him home, like that, because I feel like didn't something happen before that left him on an impact? Somebody did say take him home, and he actually did it, and so that means he just had a lot of commitment and discipline into that one thing.
Yeah, he did. Well, Dave, thanks for coming on, man. I really appreciate it. It's a lot of fun.
Yes, sir. I appreciate you, man. Thank you for having me here.